Here's the puppies. Howdy everyone. Desert Horizons, AZ Off-Grid Unplugged, 3 Hours Cabin Ranch. There's a happy Ruger. There's a happy Remy. And there's Susie. If I'm doing anything, she won't eat. So, it's kind of the way it goes. Beautiful morning here on the ranch. Gorgeous day. You see I have a fire going over there in the fire pit. I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's one burning over there. Got all the trash burning today. I don't know if a lot of you have the same, I want to call it a problem or an affliction, but it's not either one of those really. And that is every morning when I wake up, if there's a song running through my head, I know I will never get back to sleep. And most mornings there's a song running through my head when I wake up, so that's why I don't even bother trying to go back to sleep. Some days it's after I've only been sleeping for 2 hours. Ah, there goes my Susie. But a couple days ago, I woke up with the song "When I get older, losing my hair, many years from now, will you still need me? Will you still feed me when I'm 64? That song came out when I was 9 years old. That seems so far away in the distance in the future. And I hadn't thought of that song in probably 20 years. But it came to my head. I knew I was turning 64, but that song just made it hit home. What you want, Susie? Go eat your food. It's all right. Go eat your food. Eat your food. Eat your food, puppy. Go eat your food. It's all right. Go eat your food. Come on. Get over here. Go eat your food. And every morning it's a different song. Some mornings, some mornings it's songs I haven't thought of in 30 or 40 years. They just come right back to me. So, back when I was working, that made it totally impossible to go back to sleep. See, there's my Susie following me. That's just the way she does it. It's a gorgeous morning here on the ranch. And here it is, close to the end of January. And I still have yet to finish my propane hookup. Mainly because when I was working on it, it was getting highs of the 80s. So I didn't really need the heat first thing in the morning. And then about the time my sciatica kicked in, it was getting too cold to even think about doing it. And here's the other end over here. Oops. Getting out of the wrap I had, I'll have to fix that. But the problem is I have to disconnect that tank, undo all the hose I have going through the wall, run a piece of pipe through the wall, finish the connections, hook the tank back up. And if I have any problems, I won't be able to have any heat. So it's probably going to have to wait now until it warms back up. It's maybe March or April, I don't know. The setup I have is working fine, so I'll keep using that. I keep trying to fix stuff that ain't really broken, and that's never a good thing. There's my bird of paradise. So I went into town on my birthday and treated myself to dinner out, which wasn't really out because I got it to go and brought it back home. Got a chimichanga, which is basically just a deep fried burrito, which is what makes them good. So, but yeah, I haven't finished the propane yet. And I said it'll probably be a couple months before I do that, because I don't want to have to need the heat and have any problems with it. Originally, the plan was to get all the parts here by December 3rd, so I could get it hooked up. Well, they weren't all here by December 3rd, so that's why I put it off. And then around December 8th, the sciatica hit, so. There's the fire going. One of the lines of that song, When I'm 64 by the Beatles, is, will you still be sending me a valentine, birthday greetings, bottle of wine? I got so many birthday greetings, it blew my mind. So thank you for all those. There's a few that I missed. Doesn't really surprise me. Did you guys eat all your food? Well, I know Remy did, otherwise she wouldn't leave it, and I know Ruger did, otherwise he wouldn't leave it. But you never know about Susie. She's gets distracted very easily. And I got that tank there's all full, ready to go. When the one over there by the box runs out, I think it's probably only about half empty, half full, whichever way you want to look at it. No, Susie, eat your food. It's all right, Susie, eat your food. Remy, that's Susie food. Eat your food, Susie, it's all right, eat your food. Well, Remy hadn't finished all of her food when she went for a little run. That's unusual. Usually she lays there and guards that. Yeah, I can't believe it. 64 years old. Only 2 birthdays I really looked forward to all my life. First one was when I turned 18. The next one I was looking forward to was turning 62 so I could start collecting Social Security. I don't care about any of the others. They never changed my thoughts, never changed my brain. Had the same brain every milestone I achieved in my life. So a lot of people think, oh, when I turn 21, this will be great, this will be perfect. Not quite the way it works. It's kind of difficult to explain to people. But my thought is you keep the same brain throughout your life. So be happy with the one you got. Had an interesting thing here yesterday. Car pulled up, drove past the no trespassing signs, drove up to the you are no longer trespassing, you are now a target sign, and stopped and sat there and blew his horn. So I was trying to get my holster on, but it was being difficult yesterday, so I just put my revolver in my waistband and walked out. He immediately lifted up his arm and says, hey, I'm unarmed. I'm unarmed. He was looking for an address that wasn't even close to here. Look, on a street name, wasn't even close to here. And the funny thing was after I went inside and I checked it out on Google Maps, the address he said he was looking for, he would not be able to get to with his car. It requires a high clearance pickup or 4-wheel drive vehicle to get up the hill to where that property is. So I doubt if he ever actually found it. Yeah, he spouted out the address. So, nope, not even close. Do I look like a GPS? So arrow should be right in the center of the screen. Now I have something to find it by because it's just to the left of that fifth wheel over there. Of course, takes away a lot of my view. I don't really get that big of a kick of looking at it so much anymore. You guys didn't finish your food, did you? Did you finish all your food? I know Susie didn't. Gorgeous day today. Woke up, it was only 33 degrees. I was planning on starting the fire before sunrise. It's like I saw 33 degrees, it's like, oh hell no. I'll wait. They had a whole bunch of Walmart boxes I had to bust up and burn along with a couple bags of trash and my solid waste. I keep getting questions on what's my septic system. Well, my septic is bagging and burning it. And the Arizona Department of Environmental Quality came out, gave me a passing grade. They said, yeah, that's fine, that's perfect. As long as there's no open pits of sewage, there's nothing really they can do. So, and any and all gray water that I accumulate goes into a bucket, and I come out and pour it on the trees, pour it on the cactus. Never seen any signs that it's helping them or hurting them. So they're just so used to not having any water that when you give them water, they don't know what to do with it. But I probably dumped 50 gallons, if not more, right on that cactus right there. It doesn't look any bigger than those right there. And I'm sure it's more than 50 gallons, but like I said, there's no signs that it's helping it or hurting it or... severe clear today. They're talking about highs about 65. Well, I was planning on coming out and doing a video yesterday. But I got a call from my brother and we spoke for close to an hour. And then I came out to go into town to do some shopping and a couple other things into the small town, 3 Points, not into the big town of Tucson, or Mount Pilot and Raleigh. But I went to start this, and I turned on the keys. Now the lights had come on, and you could hear the fuel pump pumping up, but absolutely nothing when I went to turn the key. So I figured I had to do something with the terminals. So I took them off and scrubbed them out with my little wire brush, put them back on, nothing. So I ended up having to take them apart here and scrub that down. So I got some new battery terminals. I'm going to put those on and then spray them down with that anti-corrosion stuff. Should have done that quite a while ago, since it's been getting rained on for the last almost 2 years. Not really good for it, I know, but that's life out here in the desert. I don't know if you can tell. Oh, look at that, she still hasn't finished her food. Well, Remy still hasn't finished her food either. I was all kind of worried about my saguaro this morning, and it said it was 33 degrees. I had to put these boards around here to stop Susie from digging holes right around it. what she's digging for, but I have some hanging owls on order. I'm going to have to hang here by the gutters. So I've looked and I've never seen any signs of a nest under either set of solar panels, either this side or the east facing side. And every morning and every evening I can hear some birds messing around underneath the solar panels. I come up and scare them away. Like I said, there's no sign of a nest. Ruger. That's Remy food. You can't be hungry. Yeah, right. There's my Susie. Eat your food, Susie. Eat your food. It's all right, Susie. Come on. Eat your food. Eat your food. Come on. Eat your food. Eat your food, Susie. Eat your food, Remy. It's all right. Eat your food. Good puppies. That's a good Ruger. You ate all your food. Bet you got good bellies now, huh? Yep. Another day in paradise. I'm feeling perfect, feeling excellent this morning. I feel like a young man singing that "When I'm 64" song. Not like a 64-year-old old fart. No pains at all the last couple of days. Not even the little fleeting ones. I have gone back to falling asleep on my stomach. Only because I would toss and turn and turn and toss for at least 2 hours before I could fall asleep, trying to fall asleep on my back. I forced myself to do it for quite a while, but finally gave up on it. So back to normal that way. My body is back to normal as far as everything else goes. I got a bunch of those chocolate Ensure shakes, Ensure Plus, 350 calories each, to try and put some weight on. I've done that before. There was a time when I was living in an RV up in Tucson, right after I'd moved back to Tucson. And I stepped out of the shower one morning and I looked in the mirror and it's like, my God, I normally don't bother to look in the mirror. But it's just all I saw was skin and bones. I was just so skinny. So I started drinking those Ensures and put a bunch of weight back on. It's better tasting than those protein drinks. I've tried those and those are disgusting. Ugh. So, hey Ruger, are you a good puppy, Ruger? But that's one R of the 3 R's. I'm the first R, that's the second R. Remy is the third R, and then small S for Susie. 3 R's Cabin Ranch. So, well, I said I got the fire going over there, keeping an eye on that. I have it covered with some of that hardware cloth to keep all the sparks and burning stuff inside of it, so they're not floating around starting fires. I've been waiting for a morning that had no breeze at all. I don't know if you can look at some of these strands of grass. They're not moving at all. Beautiful day for it. It's supposed to be windy tomorrow, I think it is, when the wind is supposed to be picking up. Say bye, Ruger. Say bye, puppy. Say bye, Susie. Say bye-bye.